Right, we are live. Welcome everybody to the latest episode of MTFU Tuesdays. This week's episode is going to be about bags, how you pack them, loadouts, carrying, that sort of thing. I know we're hoping to get Carlisle on if he's out of work. He's got the link, so he should be on as soon as. On the panel today we have Bruce.
Hello. How are you?
Next to Bruce we have Kev.
Good evening, everybody.
He didn't lag. Next to Kev we next to Kev we have Fergs.
I'm trying not to die on this chat, yeah.
And next to Fergs we have Dom.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're well.
Right, so who wants to start off?
I always start.
We'll leave it.
Someone else can do it.
Right, what's the first thing that everyone puts in their rucksack?
Water.
Obviously not. Okay.
Usually I stick my sleeping bag in first, like right down the bottom of the bag.
Yes, Arctic bag straight at the bottom.
Yep.
Well, actually, I carry two, one for Lily, so two Arctic bags.
Yep.
And try and work around that.
Fergs, what do you put in your bomb?
Boy.
First thing I ever pack is always the poo shovel and wet wipes.
Yeah.
Priorities.
No, but is that in the bottom of the bag?
That goes in the side pocket. In the bottom of my bag, I've got to put my Arctic bag in there because it won't fit anywhere else.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. So what bags have everyone got? Any designer brands, or is it all army stuff?
I'll get mine.
Military long back, 100. Is it 120 litre? Yeah, 120 litre.
I got a cheap
Well,
120 litre job from Amazon. Cost me like 20 quid. And it does the job.
Yeah. I've got a 120 litre Bergen, which is just a normal British Army one. I've got a 65 litre Northern Ireland patrol pack, which I think I've used that once on a summer camp. And I've got like a couple of little haversacks, like just for day camps and stuff. But nothing really, nothing expensive, nothing too flashy.
I've got a 35 litre DPM Bergen that was gifted to me, and I've been using that more as of late, especially past kind of 6 months. And I've also got a 65 litre rucksack, which is the one that I used when I first started all of this. The 65 litre is actually really handy because things like roll mat and sleeping bag I can actually attach to the outside, which frees up all that kind of space at the bottom of the pack anyway.
Yep. Yeah, because that's the thing. You get so used to like ramming everything inside in the pack, and then you've got no room for food, things like that.
But I modded mine.
You modded yours.
Yeah, I've got an extra strap. I've got an extra 10 litre pouch. Is it 10? Or is it 15 litres? I'm not sure.
20 litres. No, 10. Yeah, 10 litres each, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got an extra one of them, so I've got 3 of them, and that's just my food every time. So one side, my Bergen. Obviously, when I've got 2 Arctic bags in my Bergen, there's not that much space. So one pouch, I have Possibles pouch, fire lighting kit, a few electricals. The other side is cooking, and then the detachable one is food.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I've basically got an extra pouch.
Yeah, with my rocket pouches, I always have me hammock and me tarp in one of them, because that's like the first. You don't have to open your main bag, so if it's pissing down, you can keep your bag all shut and then just open the rocket pouch, get the tarp out, and then you're under shelter. It's like the quickest pocket to get to.
It's common sense that though, isn't it? Like always have the stuff you're going to need.
Oh yeah. But instead of sticking your tarp right at the bottom of your bag,
So one of my rocket pouches has out kit inside of it, and obviously gas and everything is contained in there. The other rocket pouch, like you do, Bruce, is I have tarp and hammock in there,
Yeah.
And then the two kind of zip compartments at the top of the bag, that's where I put the majority of my food and, like Kev said, some electricals like head torch, battery chargers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll show you mine, just while I've got it out there. While I don't shoot myself because someone comes through the bloody door behind us and I can't hear them. I've got a big pouch on the front there, which has got me shelter stuff in. At the minute, it's only hasn't got anything in it, and there's me bashers in the other one. Obviously, main pouch, I've just got me sleeping bag, and I've got a wool blanket in there.
Yep.
Side pouches, I've got me food, and these are quite handy. It's got 3 of the utility pouches on the bottom.
Nice, handy, yeah.
So I can fit water, me cook set, and first aid in the front as well. So literally, I don't have to go in to me bag for anything.
What pack is that?
That is the one I won off Basher Dwellers competition. It's on an old Klansman radio pack frame, so it's like an external framed one.
Oh right, okay.
Turn it around. Well, not destroying everything. You see there?
Oh right, yeah.
I've still got to do stuff with the back straps because they're not exactly the comfiest. But as far as I know, it's just like it's like a short back para-style Bergen.
All right, yeah.
I think that's what Mac Tightwood said it was, and he pretty much knows all of his Bergens.
Yeah, I've also got a US military Alice pack with a metal frame, which is like really thin sort of nylon, really lightweight. And it's dead comfy because it pivots on the belt. It puts all the weight onto your hips rather than on your shoulders. So.
Yeah, that hasn't got a waist belt on, so it's literally all on your shoulders, and when it's the cane.
Yeah. Oh. Bloody noisy dog. Is that the Daxon?
So yeah, my
This is the Daxon 3000, yes.
that little small pouch that's on them Bergens, that's where I keep my first aid kit.
Yep, defo. Yeah, that's where I
I wonder if I could fit him inside one of the pouches.
Try for science.
Yeah. I did.
Science.
Yeah, I've got Italian -9 sleeping bag as well, which is quite a warm bag, quite a big bag, and I managed to squeeze that into a one of the 10-litre side pods as well.
How big is that compared to the Army Arctic bag, British Army?
I think it's a little bit smaller.
I mean, I've stood there and bounced on mine in the compression sack and got it as small as possible, and it's still like a beach ball. Like you can't do much else with it.
Yeah, but just thumbing it in slowly, I managed just to get in there, but it was bloody tight. It was like sticking marshmallows up a cat's bum.
I've not heard that one before.
What part was that? Was on your butchery course?
The sleeping bag that I've got at the minute is a 2 to 3 season, and it's comfortable down to 0. And it was my wife's back from when she used to do like scouting crap. But when I did the filming last week, I was absolutely frozen. And I went to go outdoors the other day to see kind of what was on offer. And 79 quid. They've got this. I can't remember what brand it is. Sorry, but it's it goes down to like -19. And what amazed me was it compresses down to like this, and it was just it's literally compressed down. It's half the size of the current one that I've got, but it's like 5 times the rating. So I don't know whether it's worth. I'm probably not going to get it anytime soon, to be fair, because we're rolling into spring and summer now. So, but for next year, definitely, I think I definitely need to upgrade. Say again, Kev.
Was it a down sleeping bag? It must have been at that sort of compression.
Not for that price.
I don't know. In all honesty, I think it actually might have been synthetic, but I was just amazed by how small it compressed down because it was literally like half the size of what I've got now.
Yeah. You got to be so careful with sleeping bags, though. It's probably a lot of people don't realise. Once you put that in your bag and you go and camp with it, and then you come back home again, you need to get it out and hang it up.
Yeah.
It's not taking up much space. I'll stuff it under the stairs because you will ruin it. You will just flatten all the fibres, and then you'll go out and you'll freeze. Even when you're on camp, take it out, give it a really good shake, and give it a good scrunch up. Make sure all the linings all sort of not all stuffed in one corner.
Yeah, you should only really compress them when you're not.
Yeah.
When you're travelling.
Yeah. Well, it's also better to stuff them in and not roll them in as well. It's the same principle.
Yeah.
Actually, stuff it in the stuff sack. That's why it's got the name stuff sack.
Yeah, well, it's like with DD tarps as well. Any tarps. Do you fold yours or do you stuff it in?
Stuff it.
Initially,
yeah.
when I first got it,
I've got some new temp underwear. Go on, I cut someone up because of the lag.
No, go on.
The new Tim Find
There you go.
Kev.
I'll go. Oh yeah, so I've got
Somebody
the new, so I've got ultralights. I've got, that's got the covered ends on, like doors.
Sargasso.
But they show it as well. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's that thin and it's that light that the bag it is only fits. It won't fit in stuff, so you have to roll it. Whereas my DD 3B3s, I just stuff them in, but this won't fit in its bags until they're rolled. But obviously, all I've got to do is make a new sack, a new stuff sack.
Yeah.
For them both.
See, I cheated. Like when I got the
When it comes
DD.
to sleeping.
So this lag is disgusting.
Folks.
So yeah, when I got mine, I used to like fold it up and try and roll it in, and there's just too much of a pain in the backside. When I got a little bit more comfortable with it, I decided to just stuff it. So I'd leave it hanging, just like gather it all together, stuff it in from the bottom, and then either side of the line, I'd just hank it together and stuff it in the top. So when it comes to putting it up, I pull out the one side that's tie it up, pull out the other side, and just pull the bag off, and it's done.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's just easy to use.
Yeah. With the point I was getting to, if you fold it and you fold it up the same way every time, you're putting extra stress on the creases, and I've heard people say that it can damage the waterproofing on it if you're constantly folding it in one place.
Yeah.
So
Same with Gore-Tex.
If you screw it up, you're screwing it up differently every time. That's the theory behind it. I don't know whether it's bollocks or not. I don't know.
So in an ideal world, we shouldn't roll it. We shouldn't fold it. We should just wear it like a fucking cape and run into the woods like a camouflage Batman.
That's it. Yeah.
Spot on.
Yeah. Don't pack it at all. Just.
Oh yeah, you could just not pack your sleeping bag as well. Like when it gets to summer, who needs a summer sleeping bag? Just do it. I didn't go without one. It's fine.
It's not fine though, is it?
No, it's not. Don't do that. Really, it's not nice.
Yeah. But then again, you could have like an underblanket.
It's my
Yeah, I was thinking that, Bruce. Like, I'm gonna try that. I think when it gets down to like the summer months, June, July, I'm gonna go out in my hammock, use my underquilt, and then just take like a really thin, like fleecy blanket type something on the top, and see how I get on with that. Because I mean, especially when me for my sleeping bag, I've only really got the Army Arctic. So if I can not carry the size of that thing around, it's huge for me.
Yeah. Well, with that Italian bag I've got isn't too big, and it does crush down really small. And even right up until like ridiculous summer, I will still use it because there's no such thing as being too warm.
Oh, there is.
Oh, I'm a bit hot. I will unzip the fucking thing. But because you get a really clear night. Sorry, Kev?
Yeah, I've got the DD hammock quilt. Now, I absolutely love that thing. I was a bit hesitant about buying it. I got it at the Bushcraft show last year. But I was using that till late October last year. Right. It is an excellent piece of kit. And just getting in and out of your hammock and just like slipping it over, and there's a buttons around your neck. I've never used that because I never needed it. But God, yeah, I really do love that hammock quilt, and it's so small and so light that I don't know. It's definitely one of my better investments that I've purchased.
Yeah.
The one that I've been most happy with.
Yeah, I've got the snug pack one because they can.
That's
yeah. I think it's slightly longer, wider or something, but I haven't seen the two together. But the irritating thing with the snug pack one, I don't know if indeed it's the same. It doesn't come with instructions. They just expect you to know how to hang it. So then you have to go and hunt out YouTube videos so you can find out how to hang it properly, which is a bit irritating.
I think, to be honest, if you're looking at getting an undercoat, you kind of know what they do, so you'd be more...
Underquilt aimed at people that can make a fucking village out of nothing, and you want instruction. Well, the MTFU, Bruce, for fuck's sake.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like how you have it. Do you have to compensate for once you get in it, and do you need an air pocket, or do you have it tight to it? It's just I don't know. When you first like get this bit of kit and your first time you got to use it, you just think. Oh.
Fergs, I know something you could try in the summer months. Go out with like a fleece liner or a top or something. Have like your underquilt. If it's not warm enough, just light a fire underneath the hammock. Only a small one, yeah. But just don't be silly. Like flames no more than about a foot tall. But you should be all right with that.
That'd be nice.
What I could do is just do what happens at Cave on one of his camps, and they just take a big, massive steaming log underneath it, and the one from that should keep it. I think you'll have to tell people about that, Kev.
For those ill-informed, on a recent camp out, I have a little A-frame toilet seat for Lily when she needs to go in the woods. And I kept it under the shower. I kept it under my tarp, and my mate's lad says to me, he says, "Can I borrow the toilet to go go to the toilet?" So I said, "Yeah, it's under my tarp." And he took the biggest dump under my. I told him, take the seat, go out of camp, take the shovel, and bury it. He just put 2 blades of grass over the log and didn't wipe. I'm like, oh my. Next to
So yeah, that was his radiant heater for the night, was that big steaming log.
That's actually amazing. I'm not even mad. That's actually hilarious.
But some burying that was 2 blades of grass. So I had to get his dad. I said, "Look, you're gonna have to get rid of that." Jesus Christ.
and the shit.
All right, so let's get back on topic. So different loadouts. So what is the thing that everyone packs that they can't live without?
First aid kit.
This.
Oh, look,
This is going to be my name. This is going everywhere with me, just so I can scare all the local villagers, I think.
Yeah. You strap it on your back like a sword.
Yeah.
Looks like that fucking sword that the White Power Ranger used to have.
That's a big chopper, isn't it?
So she said. Yeah.
I've always been known for my big chopper.
Wet wipes and yeah, just wet wipes. I really couldn't care less for anything else. At some point or other, I've done a camp and forgot one of the items, so I'm that accustomed to it but I can't go without wet wipes.
I've heard of a lot of people who can't live without talcum powder. What's your thoughts on this?
If you're doing a lot of hiking, then yeah, keep your feet dry, take loads of pairs of socks and that. But for what most of us do, which is just sort of pulling up to a car and bimbling around in the local woods, you're not doing that much walking. You know, unless it's severely wet, you always take change of socks anyway. But being obsessed with talcum powder is just a bit silly, really.
It stops crush swaps, don't it? But we're not likely to get it because we're not in the jungle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you're in the jungle doing a lot of walking and stuff, it'd be invaluable. But in our climate, nah, it's too active.
Yeah, but no, any hiking at all, anything that's gonna stop chafing is gonna be fucking useful. But as for a bushcraft thing, unless you're out for a month. But we don't not usually out for more than 2 or 3 days anyway. But
No.
Not take Lily, because if I leave her at home, I'll get done by social services. So.
So Bruce, you said first aid kit. Kevin's obviously taken the fucking White Power Rangers Sword of Destiny. Fergs has obviously got his wet wipes. What about you, Matt?
I tend to just always go out with my Crusader set. Always. Just because I want a copper. And I don't like gas because it always runs out on us.
Yeah. What about you, Mark? It's very quiet.
Yeah.
Well, you got no sound.
I can hear him.
I can't hear Mark.
Why am I the only one who can hear Mark then? What's that about? Now he's saying it's the voices in my head. No, Mark was saying, for those of you who can't hear him, that he's got like a field kit which has got like his first aid kit in there and other bits and pieces that he always takes that out with him.
Yeah, sort of a first aid kit and like a hygiene kit and all that.
Yeah,
brew kit.
The brew kit and first aid. Yeah, just a grab and go for a walk with the boys in the woods and do a bit of grooming sort of kit.
A grooming kit.
I'm glad you guys heard that because I didn't want to be the one to have to relay that message.
I'm sorry, but I wanted to hear those words come out of Dom's mouth. Bastard.
I'm sitting there like, he said what?
Dom, you would have done it. You would have done it to me if you'd have thought of it first.
Baby oil when he's lubing his six-pack up.
Yeah, it's lube and dolly mixture.
Dolly mixtures, fuck off. Spending that much.
So what do people use as the day pack, generally?
I've got like a little tiny like backpack, which is more like a camera bag, but I'll just chuck or a thermos flask or something in it, just if I'm going out for a walk. But it was like £7 off AliExpress. It's nothing serious, but it's just got lots of little pockets for batteries, paracord and stuff.
That's the thing I use, the field pack, and that's why I like it, because you've got the cool little strap that goes around your leg as well, stops it swinging about all over you. There's enough space to put like a little brew kit, your first aid kit, a couple of isotonic drinks in there for the boys.
Yeah.
And you put a Crusader cup in here. I've got one of them Nilgene bottles, the water bottles.
Yeah.
Fill that up with a litre of water. That fits in your Crusader cup. It all fits in there nice, and it straps to your leg. It's really comfortable to carry as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working like young. Especially if you're in.
What were you saying, Bruce?
The only thing that puts me off using the field pack is its camo. Because usually if I'm going out for a bimble, I'm sort of sussing out other locations where you can come across landowners and stuff. I don't really want them thinking I'm some like Rambo wannabe kind of all dressed in camo. But then if I'm just in the woods sort of normally, I'll have camo on because I don't really care, because I'm not trying to make a good impression, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on my bag's just black, my little like day bag.
I've got a little 15-litre blue pack. It's got several kind of pockets on it, and it's all right to put a couple of litres of water in there. boxer matches or whatever. But in all honesty, I tend to, even if I'm taking a dog for a long walk, I tend to take the 35-litre Bergen, because like I say, I've got the Alp kit sits in there nicely. I can take some extra water. I can take some water for him, have some lunch if I'm out and about. But then I am that guy that just thinks I'll go for a walk and the fucking zombie apocalypse will happen.
You're just that lucky.
Yeah, so I've got like one knife, backup knife, fucking several sets of fire kits.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what about you, Fergs?
Sorry, I missed that.
What do you normally take out? What do you usually carry your day stuff in?
To be honest, my day kit is pretty much the same as my overnight kit, minus like the sleeping bag and sleep mat. Same sort of thing. I take pretty much everything I own with me anyway. I've got to take the machete because I'm always processing wood. Other than that, a bottle of water, a couple of beers, some food. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
See, what do people in the side chat use for the day stuff? Day stuff or overnight carries, that sort of thing. See what they carry and why. What I would say is, any questions that people want to ask, just fire them out and we'll get them answered.
Yeah. Usually I've got me tarp and me hammock in one Bergen pouch, and the other Bergen pouch is either a jet boil and some water, or it'll be a zebra can, and then I've got a fire kit, and then there's like a possible pouch with stuff like ketchup and coffee and all that sort of like brew kits and stuff, and even cold water, drinks and stuff like that. You know, the little squeezy Robinsons things, and then some water with that, and then head torches and stuff. That's kind of then the main bag. I've got like a big stainless steel. I'm trying to think how many litre it is. Probably about 15-litre saucepan that my sleeping bag fits in. Then I put that right at the bottom. And use that as like an oven. So I've got the big saucepan and a frying pan. Frying pan's like a brick disc that fits nicely into that as well. And then it's just like jumpers, clothes, and food on top of that. So yeah, that's kind of like my main loadout.
My next thing I want to do is one of them Alice packs, Bruce. I've got one of them. I think Don might know what they are. It's like a kit bag. It's like a great big canvas kit bag.
Right.
I was just wondering is there a pattern that you followed, or is it just a case of trial and error when you designed your one?
What's that one? Who designed what?
You know your Alice pack that you've got?
Yeah.
Well, I've got one of them kit bags that I can use the canvas off of, and it's like, so I'm going to try and make myself one.
Right.
But is there a pattern that you followed?
No, I just made it up.
Just made it up as you went along?
Like the haversack I made, sorry.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. No, the Alice pack is like, fits on a frame.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. The other pack, yeah.
No, the haversack kind of, it was just that was the size of the fabric, and that's what I could get out of it. Matt Tightwad's made some really nice ones if you look through his videos. I think with my one it's a bit too big, because I wanted to fit a tarp and a sleeping bag in it. I wanted it more of a very lightweight night kit, which I haven't used because the weather's gone. You know, it's all gone a bit more heavy duty. But I just wanted something I could strap a blanket underneath, brew kit, and that's about it. You know. Yeah. So yeah, there was no plan for the haversack. In fact, I don't use it anymore. You can have it if you want it.
Well, I just thought if there was a pattern that people were following.
Yeah.
You know, could try and.
No, watch Mac Tightwad's channel because he's made a few of them now. I know he made Tank Tracks one, and that was really nice. That had all the pockets inside as well, which is just that little bit of forward thinking of stitching all your pockets in before you stitch the thing together, because then you can't get to it.
Well, that's what Mac does best, though, isn't it? It's just built for purpose.
Yeah, but yes, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah, the
I'll
stuff that
second what Bruce is saying. Mac's stuff is just incredible. So
yeah.
I'm working on something, and then 3 weeks later, you think, how the hell did you think to put that in all the way back there? That's just what. He's really good. Yeah, he
But
does some quality stuff.
Dom, he's been doing it since the 80s, man, so he knows what he was doing it in the army as well. Whilst he was serving, he was doing it. So it's like, it's a practical use with him. Because he's using it every day, he's like, well, this should be like this.
Yeah.
You know, like there's this argument going now that, you know, the soldiers haven't got the boots that they need for adequate footwear. Well, Mac would have made the fucking boots.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. All his webbing and stuff. You look at he sometimes puts some of his old photos up on Facebook, and all the webbing he made himself because the stuff he was issued was crap.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, or he broke it, so he just repaired it.
Yeah, why did you do that to your kit? Well, sir, because the thing you gave me was a load of shit.
And they go, oh, fair enough.
He would have said it a lot more politely than that, but that would have probably pretty much been the sentiment.
He used to make stuff for other people as well, so. Because there was Wyndham Woodcraft. Did you see his video of the? Oh God, it wasn't EDC. It was like EDS or something. Have you seen that video? And it's like a very small backpack.
Yes.
And then like a chest pack with like pockets on your chest. So you've got your load out, but it spreads the weight over your body. So you've got a removable bag that flipped round from your back, but you've still got like a chest mount with all your fire kit. He had a flare gun in there and all that. But he was running round, and it wasn't affecting him at all. And he was carrying, quite a decent amount of gear. But yeah, well worth a watch that. It's Wyndham Woodcraft.
I suppose it depends how much you get out, doesn't it?
But there was a guy who put a link to this guy who made them. And it's all like funky zips on it. But the guy actually sold out, but he wanted to know if there's enough interest out there to make more. So that's sort of why Wyndham Woodcraft did the actual video.
Yeah, the guy's called the Primitive Archer.
That's it. Yep.
I've seen them packs that he's done are fantastic.
Really well thought out.
Yeah.
But
Even better than what Mac had done.
Yeah. But I would like to make something similar like that, because the other thing is, you could have a coat on and no one would know you was carrying it, apart from the sort of the actual backpack bit. But I really like the chest mount bit. If you had a coat on.
What it's like, if you've ever been fly fishing, you get the ribs packs.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's what it's like. It's based off.
Yeah, no, it's
probably do something similar on, like, if you want to take the bags off a assault vest.
Yeah.
And redo it something like that way.
Yeah.
I just love Bruce's description. He was carrying a load of shit. If he was wearing a coat, you'd never know it. Congratulations, Bruce. You just advertised to ISIS where to buy their suicide vests.
No worries.
Is it the elephant in the room, or is it just me that picked up on the fact that Bruce just said a load of funky zips?
Funky zips, yeah. I noticed it. I did wonder if it was a dig.
What was a dig?
I've lost a couple of people.
That's a
but
real
it wasn't on me,
funky.
Bruce. So
Yeah, you're not alone on that one, Mark. I picked up on it as well.
They're zips and they look funky. They're not. We're not getting into funky zips.
Play nice.
Yeah. Preppers Meet is he's put a video up for the Preppers Meet, isn't he, this year? Back at Church Farm, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I need to take the kids out. They want to do a camp. I'm thinking that Church Farm might be a good one. But 12 quid, really? Does that mean that they get to do all the kiddie things in nearby the shoppies?
Well, yeah, they're doing. I think they're making like a family enclosure to keep you away from all the sort of hardcore, noisy preppers and
grooming enclosure.
Which is, yeah. No, it seems, but it's 12 quid for the 3 days. It's for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
No, it's not bad.
MTFU burning bridges once every week.
It's not bad, is it?
I didn't think that was bad at all.
I was just like, MTFU burning bridges every Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not burning bridges. Listen, at the end of the day, Dom, if they can't take a crack, then
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah. But
To be fair
yeah.
though, £12 is a lot better than what the bushcraft show's charging this year.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
24 quid for an adult and 12 quid for a kid. I don't think that's excessive at all. He isn't making a lot of money, if anything, out of that. You know, so I don't see a problem with the price, and you can bring your own firewood as well.
There you
He
go.
did say the new woodland that they're using, because the old woodland has been trashed for many different reasons. He said in the video. There's been a lot of wild campers going in and just ruining the place.
yeah, we know of a couple of incidences, but
Yeah.
I think it's only the GPS that have got the camp in it now, isn't it? The gentleman's paracraft and whatever it is.
Don't know.
I'm sure I've seen videos by some of their like.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. There's one group that are there. Yeah.
I think that's it. Delta 2's just saying he's just brought a 60 to 80 litre British Army other arms Bergen.
Right.
So he's going to use that as his winter pack.
Right. Actually, the last camp I was at with Delta 2, Dave, he had a really nice carp fishing bag, and he said it was pretty cheap. He said it was only like 40, 50 quid. But some of the carp fishing bags, like the full-on rucksack, nice big deep pockets, ideal for us. Apart from it's got a fish on it. But if you're after a cheap, decent bag, some of the carp fishing stuff is well worth a look.
Yeah.
It's also worth bearing in mind every so often when Aldi do their promo weeks. Every so often they get like this little canvas bag. It's about so big, several pockets on it. It's about 20 quid. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
that bag that they've bought,
Yeah.
I can actually get some more of them. I think it was a tenner. It was £10. No, it's a tasty piece of kit. It's DPM camo, canvas, heavy duty, obviously. But tenner, you can't go wrong.
Where was that from?
Wrong. That was from when we went out for our mandate, and then we all met up and went down to the Nicky Mason Memorial Fund charity, and then
I know there was a load of them came up on one of the trade posts, 13 quid each. I think the bloke had about 40 of them or something.
Yeah, there's paddock loads of them coming across at the minute. There's loads of them about. So they're doing them. I think East West wanted 15,
right?
But Dennis wanted a tenner each.
Oh,
so
that's
they
not
got
bad.
a tenner. I think Dave bought one.
So what was the best prices out of all of them?
Tenner by
East
the
West would have been better if we'd have gone there en masse, but there wasn't a lot of stuff there that guys wanted.
Right. Okay.
Dennis was a good experience because everyone got to meet him. So he handed out badges. I'll show you the badges in a minute.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a great deal of difference between the discount that Dennis would give you over East-West, to be fair.
Okay.
So the pack that Dave bought, Den had on special. He also had a webbing, like a vest, and he had loads of pouches. He had like the 100 ammunition, all MTP. He had like grenade pouches, the 80 mag pouches, the 100 the 100 ammunition pouches. It was covered. It was absolutely smothered, and he wanted 80 quid for it, and it's worth 200 quid of anyone's money.
Yeah.
Ridiculous what he was doing, and he was making them up. It's for the airsoft boys mainly.
Yeah.
But for us, if you wanted to spend 80 quid, we wouldn't really use the vest. We wouldn't really use the webbing, but the pouches, fucking hell, they're well worth 80 quid all day long.
Yeah.
Speaking of airsoft, did anyone see that? I don't know if anyone else saw them SSR knives and guns. The mad Canadian.
No,
got someone to fire an airsoft gun at him at close range. He put the video up the other day.
Why?
He's nuts. He is bonkers. He had one of them, like the pump, what's it called? The lever action rifles.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had like a BB, one of them, and an airsoft gun, and he tried both of them on himself. The wounds that were coming off him because he had bare skin.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
proper idiot. Funny, but you know.
Yeah.
If there's any children watching this, this is what we more commonly refer to as natural selection.
Yeah.
The amount of mates I've got that got into airsofting, they go, "Oh, Bruce, I really want to know what it feels like. Can you shoot me?" Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sure you obliged them.
Yeah.
Is my camera on?
Yeah, it is.
I can turn it off if you want.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
We'll see how ugly I look on camera.
Back on topic a little bit. What do people have hanging off the backpacks then when they're packing up? Axes, knives, sleeping bags, roll mats. What?
You usually have an axe hanging off. I usually have one of those paraffin hurricane lamps. I usually have that. Probably my frying pan because it's dirty as hell and I don't want to put it in the bag and make everything messy. It's all sooty.
I try not to have anything hanging off mine because it's that wide I can barely fit through anything to start with.
Yeah.
The only thing I have hanging off the back on average is the sleeping bag.
Yeah, word to the wise with them
Just have a
paraffin lamp.
waterproof cover on it then.
If you're going to use citronella in your paraffin lamp, don't let it fall over in the middle of the night and soak your feet.
Yeah.
Because it peels your skin off.
Yeah, nasty stuff.
Do you remember that, bro? Do you remember that, bro?
No, that was the camp you did with Jez, I think.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it leaked on my feet, didn't it? And yeah, nasty stuff.
Yeah, and I had to have a courtesy car for a little while because someone hit my car. I had a courtesy car for like a week, and I citronella at a camp, and a citronella hurricane lamp tipped over in a boot, stung the whole car out. Oh, I laughed.
No.
It smelled all lemony fresh, so it was fine.
But I have a special. I have a full-size camera tripod to take my big DLSR. So I have a special foot-mounted holster and a strap that goes on the left-hand side of my backpack.
Right.
So I can just. I can't fit it in with an Arctic bag. I can't fit it in the main compartment of the tripod. So
Yeah.
I've got that modded to set that, and then the axe. But I don't like carrying things on the outside, and I definitely don't like things moving around on the backpack. That's why I don't have the sleeping bags. I could do with one of the Arctic bags being on the outside, but when it's walking and hitting me in the back of the legs and shit like that, it just made it.
Yeah.
My sleeping bag actually goes into where, so you know, on the kind of 65 long back packs, you've got obviously the strap comes up and clicks into where the lid comes on. Mine actually fits in perfectly on a loop on the bottom there, so it has no sway. So it's literally stuff it in, tighten it up, and then it's all clicked together. So it's all nice and tight. Because I'm exactly the same as you. I can't have things rattling around like I'm some fucking Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Mess tins hanging off the back.
Yeah, clinking around.
I'm over here.
What about any other modifications? Anyone done any?
No, not to me rucksack. Only sort of I made a haversack, but I haven't modified anything yet.
Not yet.
No, I've looked at it, but then it's like if you want to sew an extra pouch on, it's one of those things like we were talking about Mac Tightwood. You have to sew it on before you make the bloody thing. So you'd have to unpick all the stitching, take the whole bag apart, and then re-stitch it together again once you put your pouches on it. And that's just a mission. It would just be
the only mod I want to do for that pack is the straps and the waist belt.
Yeah.
But trying to get Alice pack straps, you can either find them and they're gone straight away, or you have to get them from America because they only sell the bloody bags. But I have seen, like, you know, the H harnesses with the padded belt. I've seen one of them that I'm gonna get because they've got like a strap that goes through the middle, so I can feed the strap that's already there through the middle, and I've still got, it means I've got a padded waist belt and more padded shoulder straps as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing with kit as well, isn't it? How many times am I the only person that's done this? I've got the kit and I've got it sorted out. Everything fits nicely.
That's it, Mark. I
don't need to mess with it. And then I buy something new and everything has to change because of that new item.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
We then start looking at the packs that fit that one piece of kit that we can get the rest of it in. I think that's why I like the open section of a 45 litre Bergen and carry 2 of them, because everything just goes in. There's no like dedicated spot for any one thing.
Yeah.
Because that's happened to me a couple of times.
I think it depends on
I'm
what.
just not a.
What was that, Kev?
So I'll just nod and pretend I can hear Marcus. Can't hear a fucking word he's saying. I don't know if it's something at my end or is it.
Might be because I've had it turned down.
Do you not think we get a bit too anal about, like, this is where I want it to go, it must go there, sort of thing?
Not really, but I think it's worth having like a pocket where you can say that's where my tarp is. I can get straight to it. This top pocket of my Bergen, that's where my waterproofs are, or my woolly hat, or my gloves. You know what I mean? That's how I do it. So you just like, oh, it's just about to rain. I'm going to put my waterproofs on straight to that pocket. And it doesn't matter what waterproofs they are. You know, there's going to be some kind of extra clothing in that pocket.
Yeah, extra cover.
There's going to be a cook kit in that pocket. There's going to be a first aid kit in that pocket. And that changes, yeah. But
well, that's why I've got on the Bergens, on the Mollies. I've got like ammo pouches. And I've got the tarp, my basher and cordage. I can get to straight away, because if it pisses down the rain, within 3 or 4 minutes I can get a basher over the top of me and I can get in the shelter. Then I can go through my pack and discover how badly I packed it before leaving the house, or how well I packed it. Because I normally pack it really well when I leave the house. It's when I come home that it's a complete and utter mess.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You cram so much kit in there and you pack it all so tightly and you squish down your sleeping bag and you think I'm doing really, really well, but to fold everything up and get it that neat in the woods is. And the other thing is, size of your bag you've got, you will always fill the bastard. If you only had a 65 litre bag, you're going to take 65 litres worth of stuff. You got 120 litres, you're going to fill that fucker up.
That's why I enjoyed the five item camp as well, because it showed you what you didn't need and what you was taking and why the bloody hell. So every camp I've done subsequent to that, if I don't touch it that whole weekend, I don't take it no more. I just leave it, because I was taking things like camping toasters and just crap, like half a dozen knives and what dried foods like noodles and. Obviously bacon, no bacon comes home.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But I was taking home like dried noodles and camping toasters and extra lights.
Yeah, I think a lot of the extra crap that I take is all camera stuff. You know, tripods and cameras and batteries and chargers and all that other extra crap.
Well, you've got a dedicated bag for that, haven't you, as well? So.
Yeah, there's a separate bag, and usually I've got my Bergen on, and then I'll like hook that on my front as like more of like a chest pack. Or just do 2 or 3 trips to the car. It just depends how far it is.
The thing is as well, I was taking when we done the parcel, I put a tripod in there because I was thinking like I'll carry this tripod around with me everywhere I go. I've never once used it. Yeah. And I don't do a lot of filming.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm quite liking the like a belt kit. So I usually just have like in my camera bag, I'll have like the belt kit with like axe, water bottle, and knife, and all that stuff in it.
Oh fucking hell! Here comes Bat Bruce.
I was going to say you did it. Don't. Who's doing? Oh, it's you, Kev. You're doing it. Kev's doing it. It's all black. And your belt kit all black.
It's dark chocolate, but yeah. But there's probably 10 items there, but they're not all to be used at the same time. It's just I've enjoyed making them as well as being functional, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
it says next time I'm out, fucking Bruce Wayne looking around.
Yeah, well, it's like that, right? I made that sheath for my Laplander. Now the sheath probably weighs as much as the Laplander, so for lightweight camping, you might as well put that in a carrier bag.
Yeah, I think there comes a point where we need to stop talking about this lightweight camping like that. That's all right if you're. When do we ever? I mean, people keep going out and buying these titanium this and titanium that. You know, they're cutting down on this kit and cutting down on that kit, and then they turn up in a 2-ton Range Rover.
Yeah.
What makes me laugh is you got these people going, I'm going to buy all this lightweight kit, and then they walk like 15 minutes into a woodland.
That's it, yeah.
Who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to go lightweight, at least go 30 fucking miles up a mountain or something. Impress me.
Yeah.
Leave your car keys at home and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't spend 400 quid on this lightweight kit and then get straight into your 2014 fucking Range Rover.
Well,
What's the matter with that?
Yeah, we're talking to Clive, and he's like an outdoors instructor, and he was saying there was someone who bought one of the Exped really, really expensive down mattresses, all super duper, 120 quid's worth or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be so warm, I'm going to have the best night's sleep. Set up his camp, put the mattress in there, pumped it up, and then stood on it with his crampons on.
Oh!
Didn't even get to lay on it. Fucked it.
I think
I took it back to the shop. It's got a fault.
Depends on what you're doing. If you're doing like the West Highland Way or the Pennine Way or something like that, then yeah, lightweight stuff is a must. Yeah. You're not going to be carrying a big army Bergen all that way.
Nah, not at all.
But if
you're doing a distance, for example, like the Shaky Boys did the other week when they were doing their charity thing for the British Legion,
yeah,
right. If you're doing a distance like that on the regular, by all means, invest the extra dosh, get yourself some lightweight kit, and off you fucking go. But these people who are like, oh, I'm going to go to the local country park and I spent £4,000 million on this lightweight tarp, which I'm not going to set up because I forgot my fucking bungee cords.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about forgetting things, I cannot be the only person who's noticed that Ferg has died.
So that orange juice there, Mark? Is that?
No, I think he left because apparently someone was giving him a headache because someone was breathing too heavily into the mic.
Yeah, it was a good advertisement.
Fergs is getting flashbacks.
and endurance and survival and oh dear God.
Someone send him a link to that Northampton bushcraft.
I'll tell you what, another lightweight kit. What Phil Day done?
Yeah. He did well, but then there was like the food he took because he walked from Canary Wharf to Bedford Way out there.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't think what it was. So was it like nearly 60 miles?
I think it was close to 70.
42 miles, wasn't it?
Was it 42 miles?
Yeah. I think something like that. I think he done 27 the first day.
Yeah. But
and then
like he took food with him. It's like, well, you could have picked that. You could have got a kebab on the way.
Well, but he didn't take that's the point. He didn't take a lot of food, Bruce. He didn't take a lot of food. Yeah. All he took was, I think, was a litre of water because he said I can pick water up on the way. Yeah. There's not much. I think he made that realisation once we was talking about it on the WhatsApps. Yeah. Everyone said, "What are you going to do for food?" And then he realised, "Hey, actually, hang on a minute. I'm never going to be that far away from a Greg's or."
Yeah, I think he took like one of those dried out pasta wrap pack type things.
Well, Phil got into the whole dehydration side of food, didn't he, for a while?
Yeah.
I don't know if he still is, but he was doing quite well on that, if I remember correctly.
Well, I think that was the whole point of the dehydration thing, was to support him with the walk, and then he realised that he wouldn't have needed it all, so I think he come away from it. Yeah. But it's still a skill that he's learned, so it wasn't a complete waste of time, was it?
Oh yeah, definitely. Anyone who doesn't know who Phil is, it's Outdoor Lip 1, if you want to give him a sub.
Yeah. I don't know if
I've been doing the same with the dehydrating though, and I've been checking my pack a lot just lately, but that's because, one, I'm going away for a week, and two, you're only allowed 20 kilograms on your luggage, so I've got to try and make it work, if that makes sense.
You might want to have a word with Phil then, Kev, because he went right up, he went right into that.
I've been doing it, I've been doing a few videos out what I've done on dehydrating fruits and jerkies and all that sort of thing. So I think I'm there, but you know, until I've actually put the gear I'm taking on a set of scales, I don't know how close I am or not. But like I said, I've only got a 20 kilogram limit.
Yeah,
Which...
I watched a video on. There was a guy who had the 10-litre rocket pouch, and he had a week's worth of food in there with rice and pasta,
Exactly.
salami, and all that stuff. Yeah, was it Paul Kirtley?
Yeah, Paul Kirtley does the noodle thing, doesn't he? Where he gets a load of packs of super noodles and smashes them all up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then puts them in because they take up obviously less space, airspace.
Yeah.
He still only weighs like less than a kilo, and he's got, I think, like 3 days worth of sustenance.
Yeah.
And
he's going for really high calorie stuff as well. It's like these, he said, sesame seed bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, sesame seed.
1,700 calories a day, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. Which you need because if you're hiking a lot, you quite easy gain that amount of calories. So.
Oh yeah, easily. I was surprised if you don't gain 3,000 or 4,000 a day. The game is, he didn't mind losing a little bit of weight as it was, but he had enough sugars and sustenance and energy and everything they needed in that. Yeah. So yeah, I've watched that a couple of times. Good video.
Dom's ex-service, isn't he? So he's the one that asked for that. I mean, how many calories did he consume whilst on exercise?
Yeah.
It probably was about 4,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
Who?
Dom, you, mate.
Me?
When you was on exercise, how many calories did you have to consume a day?
Hardly any. I was a chef, so I stayed at the back feeding every other fucker.
Fat bastard, then.
Yeah, that's the one.
Do you have any idea how many calories you were serving them?
Do you know what? I wouldn't even want to hazard a guess.
No.
Fuck, so what? 12 years ago now.
You're so old.
Yeah, but I'm so much better looking than you.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but I think it's a fair enough to say that it was a fair amount of calories, but not just kind of made up to hit a calorific content. It was made so that you had main kind of staple food groups in there that equated to a certain amount of calories. Right. So, you know, you wouldn't just say like, well, here's fucking 20-ounce sirloin steak. That's your calorie intake. You've got, you know, a bit of chicken, you've got a bit of pasta, you've got some veg in there as well. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to hazard a guess in all honesty, because I don't know how much it's changed in that decade that I've not been doing it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
In the side chat, Wyndham Woodcraft's in the side chat, just said, you know, about that essential carry system thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the primitive archer, but he says his channel's now called Primal Outdoors.
Ah, right, okay.
And Man Stuff wants to do Dave Doggy style.
Oh, that's nice. No, that was a really good video.
I've got loads of meats in the freezer, loads of jerkies made up. I've got stuff like grated sweet potatoes and apples and mushrooms. So these are all in the fridge for the trip, like. And they weigh absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
They're all dehydrated.
Just want to tuck into these for meals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to look into getting one of those.
Like that.
I've got to look into getting one of those vac pack machines. Definitely.
Another good one to take with you, Kev, as well.
It's awesome.
Powdered mash, like smash mash, because it don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
And it bulks up the meals, and it's packed with carbs as well. So it might be worth taking a couple of sachets of that.
Yeah, it's good. Cool.
You can thicken up sauces and gravies and all sorts with it. So.
Yeah, well, all the lads was on about getting all the beer over there, but their beer over there only goes to 2.1% volume. So you're going to be drinking.
They might know because they do it differently. Where are you going?
Well,
where are you going?
Norway and Sweden.
Yeah, I think they might do it differently. Although it says 2%, it's what they're taking it from. So it could still be about 5% volume, so be careful on that. Because it's very hard.
No, Craig said it's still like piss. Still like down Carlin.
Yeah, but honestly, Bruce will tell you it's very, very hard.
I'm not drinking anyway, so it makes no difference to me.
I don't know. Bruce, how would you brew a beer at 2%? unless you obviously watered it down.
Well, castle mine is only 2%, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just watered down.
It's just watered down with crap. But I don't know. I know that there's different ways that we measure volume. Not all countries do ABV.
Yeah. It's like proof, isn't it?
Yeah, they
like
put
120% proof is like.
Might come from a bigger or a bigger keg.
Yeah.
It's 2%.
In Norway and that they really do a lot of like homebrew type stuff. They'll just buy like a big bag of super yeast and then make a brew with a load of fruit and stuff that's about sort of 28-30%, and either distill it or just make like prison hooch. But you can when you go over there, you can always buy these like little it's like a bottle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they love a bit of moonshine, but you buy these bottles and they're like 3/4 empty. So it's just like say like a chocolate sauce in the bottom, and you just fill it up with your moonshine, and there you go. You've got like a chocolate Baileys type thing or something like that. There's you just go in the shops and there's just loads of them on the shelves, all different flavours and stuff.
One of my friends lives in Norway at the minute. He's married to a woman out there, and he said that they make everything. He works for that Norden, you know, the window company.
Right.
They both work there, and she makes everything. If they want a chocolate cake, she makes it. Because if you go and buy one, it's like 40 odd quid. Something that costs that it's like 10,000 kroner or something stupid.
Yeah.
My brother went out to see him and he ordered a pizza. He said, come down, I'll treat you to a pizza. So he ordered, I don't know, 3 or 4 large pizzas, about 8 portions of chips and 2 bottles of Coke. Come to like 70 odd quid.
Yeah,
I was like,
That was nearly £10 a pint.
He actually buys cigarettes.
Nearly £10 a pint, I know that.
But Norway is bloody expensive, ridiculous. But then their wages suit their economy as well. So he's paid like $4 grand a month just to work in a bloody factory.
Yeah, that's where it sort of evens out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just horses for courses.
Right. Have we got any more shout-outs that we want to do tonight? Because I know we're kind of at that time.
I have a question to ask on a more serious note.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, one question, 2 points. 1, where's the best place to get load-bearing carabiners? And 2, does anybody have any spare ones that I can have?
Probably go outdoors is your best bet.
See, I was having a look at their carabiners the other day, but there wasn't any info on them as to what their limits were.
What sort of load bearing are we talking?
Like hammock.
For a hammock, well, a hammock you're only gonna want.
DD.
You only have to carry what? Not even 80 kilos. No way, you know.
I'm 110.
Yeah, but that's the
but you got 2 of them.
Ultralight. Yeah. They do their ultralight DD carabiners. The metal, they take 400 kilograms. They weigh about 8 grams each, and they're about 16 quid for the pair.
It's not bad, is it?
They take me, and I've got twice the barrel better than you.
Yeah.
The thing with carabiners is if you're going to use them for climbing, if you're going to use like the proper screw-up jobs for climbing, then I'd say it doesn't. You spend £1 million on them because the more.
I'm not looking for climbing, just purely for hammock.
That's what I'm saying. The more you, for safety, if you're just going to hang yourself 4 foot off the ground, then I'll just any carabiners. I mean.
Dom, Ant says he's got a couple that you can have.
Oh, top man! Cheers, Ant. Appreciate that, pal.
Well,
alloy one, so it falls over.
Yeah, you want alloy really, just for the lightweightness of them. But the screw-up ones are always better. Even if you get the little tiny screw-up ones from like AliExpress, if it screws up, it's not going to tear and open up, is it?
Good, Bruce. Do you remember that outtake I took from season 1 where I sat on the hammock and it just went?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No. Well, once you're in it, it's not going to go, is it?
No, well, there is that.
Yeah, unless you're just sitting in your hammock, like reaching out and eating cake.
Now there's an idea.
Or you're having a really aggressive one.
Yeah.
Then you might sort of put the extra strain
It's not me, it's the
When
naked
you're,
old men
when you're
with big
hanging it
hairy
over for a
nipples.
piss and then you ping it,
Yeah.
you end up in your own piss.
What
Yeah.
we'll do?
Oxford Bushcraft. I need to give a shout out to Oxford Bushcraft.
Yes, Oxford
Yes.
Bushcraft. Yes, well done. God.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, mate.
Yeah.
We had a really good shout out from him. So if he gets it in return, Oxford Bushcraft, his YouTube channel, go check him out.
That was
I'm
welcome
surprised he's not
feedback.
here. Actually, he's normally in the side chat, but he's not here today. Anybody else that want to shout out?
Yeah. Oh, here's an idea. Did anyone comment on last week's chat because they were going to win a pouch?
No.
No one did.
We've
There
got
is
two
no
comments, and neither of them said what I asked them to do in last week. So basically, no.
All right. You going to roll it over to this week?
Yes. So this week, after the chat's finished, that's after the chat's finished, if you can leave a comment in the uploaded video and share the video and say where you've shared it to, next week we'll pick a winner and you get a little Tinder pouch with some bits in it.
Can we put some patch in it as well?
Would have been my winning week.
Can you put some what?
Have you got your patches around you?
Yeah.
All right. Can we up the ante a little bit and put two patches in there as well? And I'll put the $5 in for the.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll up the ante then. We'll include two MTFU patches into that as well.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone needs to get hold of some MTFU patches, just contact any one of us and we can sort them out for you.
What I'll do after the chat, I'll put all of everyone's channel link in below as well.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's got a link to all the channels.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's good.
Because I think I forgot last week.
Yeah, well, it's you can like mess around with the settings so it automatically puts them in every week.
But that would be easy.
But then depends who's in the chat. So just keep adding people in every week. So it helps.
Well, that's the thing. I want to try and get different people in, so it's a bit pointless putting.
Yeah. It would be really nice to get Oxford Bushcraft on here.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed his little chat, just sitting there talking to the camera. That was really good. But if anyone wants to come on the chat, who's in the chat at the moment, yeah, you're perfectly welcome. Just contact us and let us know.
If you try and contact us before 9 o'clock.
Yeah. We usually sort of start up the chat about 8:30, sort of discuss the chat, and then on for an hour. So you just got to have an hour and a half free on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And if you've got a specialist subject, then let us know what it is, and we can talk about that. So it's not a problem.
No, the pre-chat and the after-chat is pretty. It gets pretty blue, doesn't it, as well? So.
Yeah, we don't have to hang around for that.
Yep. So, right then, if that's everything, Dom, you got any more questions?
No, that's everything from me.
Yeah.
I'll skip Mark.
Wanker.
You got any questions, Mark?
Not really.
Why does everyone hate me?
You what, sorry, Dom?
How do we get a new host? He's picking on me.
Yeah.
Because it's the only opportunity they get to take the piss out of me, because I'm normally taking a ripping piss out of them in the WhatsApps. Listen, Dom, I can take it, mate. I've got a thick old skin, because I'll let them have it in the WhatsApps.
Kev, you got anything?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it from me this week.
Yeah, we're all good and squared away. That's good.
Yeah.
Quite chlamydia and genital warts, but I don't think you meant that.
Genital warts.
Right. If that's everything, then guys, we'll say goodbye there, and hope everyone comes and joins us for next week.
Yep.
So,
Cheers.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.